At the UN Security Council just some few days ago, Russian envoy to the UN Security Council just slammed Ukraine with a very big slap in his face. And this is very, very serious. You know, ever since the ongoing war in Ukraine, ever since the February 2022, that the Russia launched a special military operation into Ukraine to start to demilitarize Ukraine, which the Western people calls an invasion of Ukraine. So right now, Russia has been in Ukraine, taking down the special military operation right there in Ukraine. And ever since then, there have been a lot of settlements around the world, and the Western people have succeeded in supplying Ukraine with some valuable weapons that are going to enable Ukraine to defend Russia inside Ukraine and even strike Russia back in its territory. So right now, the UN envoy is not telling Zelensky, that president of Ukraine, that he should take it or leave it. It's either he take the Russian deal, the peace deal that was made by President Vladimir Putin, or he leaves it. And right now, President Zelensky has nothing to do about it, because the Western countries have started to start backing up away from President Zelensky, because they know that once Donald Trump wins the White House and become the president of the United States of America, all those aid and all those spending that has been sent to Ukraine on a daily basis to keep on fighting Russia inside Ukraine territory and striking back against Russia is going to end. So right now, Zelensky is left with no choice than to stop the war against Russia, or maybe to just stop fighting Russia and accept the President Vladimir Putin peace deal, because that's what the UN, the Russian envoy to the UN, just said. Because this is very, very important and very, very good for Zelensky. If Zelensky is wise enough, he should be able to take this peaceful deal. But the big question comes at this: with the Western countries, especially the NATO, who are backing Zelensky up, will they allow Zelensky to accept this peaceful deal that has been made by President Vladimir Putin of Russia? That's a very, very big question. I don't think so. Because why? Ever since the war has been going on, the UK and the US has been the supporter of President Zelensky in Ukraine against Russia. So the US and the UK want to make sure that Russia is being defeated right there in Ukraine, because there's a lot of natural resources that is right there in Ukraine. According to the according to one of the senators in the US, said that almost about 10 trillion worth of natural resources is right there in Ukraine that is about to be looted by the Western countries and by the NATO itself. So because of that, that's why you see that America is always pumping billions into Ukraine for Ukraine to keep on fighting Russia inside Ukraine. And nevertheless, President Vladimir Putin, that I know, can never ever give up, because giving up Ukraine to the Western countries, it makes Russia lose its own power to the Western countries, because the Western country will now have the ability to bring their nuclear weapon into Ukraine against Russia. And you know that once a nuclear weapon is being fired, it takes up about like some 13 seconds to be able to be intercepted. So that seconds right there, once the Western country bring their nuclear weapon into Ukraine, Russia will not be able to have the ability to exterminate the nuclear strike anymore if there's any nuclear war. So this is how it is, and this is how it should go. It's either President Zelensky take the peaceful deal that has been made by President Vladimir Putin of Russia, or he leaves it. That's what the Russian envoy to the UN Security Council just said. Please, if you find this message very, very helpful, I'd like you to please don't forget to subscribe or follow me for more, so that you can always be getting videos from me all the time.